Hello everyone, welcome back to day 3 for Git for DevOps series. So in today's video we will gonna see how we can install a Git on Windows and Linux machine. I will take you through to the Mac OS as well. If you are using Mac OS, then how you can get the Git install on that same system. Just follow along with me, and then by the end of the video I will show you how you can host your own Git based repository lightweight server in your system, right? So let's start with the Git only. So Git is a distributed control system version control system which we have already discussed, but how you can install, right, in your system. So what you can do is you can go to this website git-scm, right? This is the main page of this website, which is the official website of this. And here you can go that we have the latest version of 2.51.2 is, whereas the 2 is the major version, 51 is kind of minor version, and 2 is a security patch for this particular version. If you want to download for Windows, you can download for a standalone installation, means that exe file will get downloaded and you can install the same in your Windows box. If you are not able to install or you don't want to install, there is a binary portable version also available. Just download it and from that you can directly run. You can set the path inside your environment and from anywhere you can run. Or maybe you can go directly inside that binary file and from there you can run the Git version. Similarly for the Linux, right? I'll show you on Ubuntu. By default, Ubuntu comes with the Git pre-installed. If not, then you can follow all these steps to get your Git installed in your system. And it's not only for Ubuntu. They have mentioned it for Fedora. They have mentioned it for OpenSUSE, FreeBSD, Solaris, Alpine. So you can see that they have all these server. And this is for the Mac OS based user. If you have that Mac OS, you can simply run this command and you will have that Git ready installed in your system. If you want to build, since it is a open source, right? So you can build your own custom package for this, right? This is the GitHub mirror from where you can download that all the code and you can build accordingly. So I'll not go into that detail because what we have done is we want to install this. So I'll show you one thing. What I have done is I have already downloaded this portable Git, right? And you can download for your system as well. Once you go to that Windows, right? I'll just show you. If you go there, I have done this. And once you extracted, you will see the directory structure like this. And here you have that git cmd, right? If you're gonna run this, and from here you want to run, you can see that this is the version which we got for the Windows. From here you can run the git, you can initialize your window, you can pull, you can push, and all these steps you can do it here. Apart from that, it gives me a bash also, right? It is a dedicated git bash shell which generally I use to pull and push my code to our GitHub repository. So here also you can do this stuff. If I'll show you Git for DevOps. So here you can see that this is the repository for this, and this which I will go to do. So here you can see that I have modified this install Gitea script for our repository, and if you want to add it, you can simply add and you can just commit it and then you will good to go. Don't worry, we will discuss each and every operation in detail and then we'll see that how you can push all these details to your Git. Okay, it is pushed, but that is only for Windows, right? What if you want to do it for Ubuntu, right? I'll show you where is my Git server. Okay, I have set up this box for our lab. Here you can see that I have put the banner as well. Welcome to Git server, and it is managed by path4cloud.com, right? So this is the Git server which comes with the pre-installed version of the Git. Here you can see that for Windows it is 2.43. So this is how you can install your Git on your Ubuntu machine, on Linux machine, or maybe on your Windows machine. Apart from that, what I will show you, there are few Windows GUI based client as well, right? Maybe going forward we will go use Tortoise Git, or maybe there is one more which probably we can discuss. Glint is also good. Yeah, probably we'll see only the tortoise, but these are nothing. These are just the GUI based application, maybe the client, which you will give you a feel like okay, you are running on that particular server. If you see, so this is the how you can see that okay, what has been changed in that file, what was earlier version, what is the current version we have. So all these stuff you will find and you can easily compare, right? When you have some kind of conflict, right? So might be there, it will help you to all this. It's not only for Windows, we have available it for different platform. You can see that it is available for Android as well as for iOS, but we'll focus on Windows and maybe Linux. So Linux also we have this some lime merge, we have this ungit. So these all client, we'll show you one or two when we are like kind of in middle of our GitHub. Once we are got friendly with the Git, then we'll see how we can make a use of this GUI client and everything. Right? So that was the only for the Git you can install it, right? But sometimes I got a question, right? Let's say if I'll go to a new file here, okay, and maybe compare.txt. I will fix it later if the name is not good. There is a huge difference between Git and GitHub, right? Because in initial my days when I started this somewhere around 15 years back, I was also confused like what is Git and GitHub, right? So what is happening is Git is nothing. Git is just a distributed version control system through which you can track your file, you can push your file, you can pull your file, right? All these stuff operation you can do with the help of Git. Whereas GitHub is a hosted platform, right? Where you can host your repository. It is nothing, it is just a hosting platform managed by Microsoft where you can host your repository, you can share your code to the public or maybe internal as well. That is the only thing. Git is just the utility through which you gonna track your file, and GitHub and maybe the other tool as well in the market will try to compare through which you can host your repository, right? You can put your code, content there. So I will quickly go you. Let's say there is a GitHub, right? And there is another tool called Bitbucket as well in the market, and GitLab. Might be there are others, but I just want to compare all these stuff. So GitHub is nothing. GitHub is just, as I mentioned, it is a hosted platform. Obviously, all three are hosted platform where you can host your repository. That's it. And it is managed by, let's say, if I just put like this, maybe I will fix it later. It is managed by Microsoft. Bitbucket, I think Atlassian. There is a company called Atlassian. You might have heard that Jira, right? Confluence, Jira. All these are managed by all these companies. And GitLab is again is a GitLab company. That's a community which manage this. Apart from that, if I'll talk about that in case of self-hosting, right? So all are self-hosting platform where you can host your particular code. It is self-host. Come on. And yes, it is self-hosted. Maybe GitHub. I doubt if you can host it on your, but there is a enterprise edition which you can do and you can get it on your cloud. So it is a cloud-based, purely cloud-based solution. Bitbucket, yes, you can set up your Bitbucket server. And similarly for the GitLab also, I will say yes, you can do it. And if I talk about the integration part, let's say CI/CD part, like how you can do and integrate with this CI/CD. So for that, yes, we can do. For GitHub, it is GitHub Actions, which you can do. For Bitbucket, it is a pipeline. I would say they call it a pipeline, and here they simply call it at GitLab CI, right? So these tools are well integrated with the CI/CD pipeline, and you can just do it all these stuff, right? You can easily integrate with the VS Code community tools like Jenkins and all these. And for Bitbucket, it is well integrated with the Jira and GitLab. Obviously, it is already built in CI ecosystem there. So you can use all these. So these are the stuff. Going forward, I will show you how you can create your account on Bitbucket, how you can create your account on GitLab. It is nothing, it is just simple, right? If I'll show you here, and if I'll go to, let's say, Bitbucket, so you can easily create your account on this Bitbucket using your account, right? It is completely free. You can just go and sign in, and you can get this stuff up and ready. Similarly, you can see that you can integrate with your Google. If I'll just do with this Google, so you can see, and you are good to go with the Bitbucket. It's just taking 1 or 2 minutes to upload your profile and everything, and here you go, right? You can see that this is how a Bitbucket looks like, through where you can go and you can set up your account. So this is a Bitbucket where you can host your repository, you can push your content, and you can do all this stuff. Apart from that, this is, you can see that you can simply create your repository, and once that is done, then you can pull, push whatever you want to do, right? Maybe we'll do one of the project on Bitbucket and GitLab as well. If I'll show you the GitLab, so GitLab also having a kind of the same UI. You can just go and install your, sorry, you can log in to your credential, or maybe the Git, those, what do you call it, that Google account, right? Once that is done, you are good to go with the same. And obviously the GitHub I have already shown many times, and this is the GitHub where we have hosted our this Git for DevOps repository as well. But anyways, I will show you how you can create all these repository, how you can push those repository, how you can manage, right? And maybe we'll try to do a complete pipeline where we will gonna create a PR, and then using the GitHub Actions, we will try to build our code and we'll gonna deploy. So this is our Git for DevOps this code content repository where we will keep all the nodes for these classes, all steps, all other project which we are going to cover in this. Everything will be uploaded to this. So make sure you will clone this repository, and time to time you will gonna pull that the latest content in your repository. I have updated this the YouTube playlist also, so that you can directly go and access these our videos and what all content we are going to cover. As of now, I have just put all these. Maybe going forward, I will update all and everything here. So yeah, that was all about that. What is the online platform for the hosted your repository? But when we were discussing this, right? So I have shown you like we can host our own Git host repository, right? So how you can do that? Let me show you. So what I have done is I have created one script for the Gitea is a very lightweight Git version control system which will give you a complete, not complete, maybe almost same UI like we have all these for our GitHub, Bitbucket, and GitLab, or maybe that all other. Right. So what I've done is I have just created one script. I will show you how you can get it. It's completely on that Git for DevOps, right? You just need to download this and you need to run it blindly. And it will set up your Gitea. So I will just show you. So what it is doing is it is just creating this user, and then it is creating some repository where it can just dump its library file or data and everything. Then I'm downloading this version 1.24. I'm giving just moving that particular binary file to that global path so that everybody can use. And then I'm just setting up one unit file for this so that with the system reboot, this service will got automatically started. And that's it simply. Now how you can do it, I will show you. So this is our server where I have already uh, like pulled this repository. I will go inside and I just simply run this script. So what it is doing is it is just creating that user, downloading that particular Gitea binary. Once it is downloaded, then it will gonna dump into our user bin local directory, and from there it will be accessible to all. Once that is done, then it will gonna create this service file and make it enable and start, and then it will show you the status of that particular service file so that it will get restarted after your server reboots. Okay, so yeah, that's done now. So let's see the status. It is Gitea. So if you notice, it is up and running, and this is saying that it is listening on this address, right? If I'll show you, the IP of this server is this one, and it is listening on 3000 port. Let's see if we can access it. I will go to simply 3000, and here you can see we have this, but it is not finished yet because we need to give like kind of do some additional configuration to get it work. We need to initialize the database so that whatever the repository we are going to upload or do all these things, that we can see and how you can do this. So there are two ways, MySQL and maybe SQLite Lite 3, right? If you are keen to work with the MySQL, right? So what you can do is you can follow this file number 3, where I have it is for Ubuntu only, where I have like kind of mentioned how you can make it work. What you need to do is you need to install and you need to initialize that database, and you need to just create that user and give some privilege to that particular account. Once that is done, here what you need to do is this is the information which you need to pass, like where your MySQL version is running. You need to pass this. What is the username? What is the password? And what is the database name? That's what you can do. If you don't want to do this, right, because it is a kind of little bit heavy, because initial thought was like we need to host our very lightweight Git server, which is Gitea. So I will use a inbuilt version of that SQLite so that I'll let Gitea to initialize the database inside under this directory, and there it can up to date. So I'll just select the SQLite 3. I'll not change the path. Site title, maybe just to enter or whatever that. Let's keep it for path for cloud maybe. And this is the repository where it will gonna store all the default repository and all this. This is the server domain, fine. There's a port I want to listen. And if you have additional setting like what email setting, if you have that SMTP, I don't have anything. And the third party will, if you want to enable any of the additional plugin, and this is the administrator account. Let's say I want to keep it admin, and I want to give it this, and the password, let's say I will put this, and just simply click on install Gitea. What it will do is it will gonna install a Gitea server on your local server, which you can host as a local on this server. Because here you can see we have already set up a Gitea as a unit service file, daemon file, and it is up and running. And here you can see the installation is get started. Once that is done, you will see the same UI which you probably noticed on the GitHub. Might be you will not have the all features since it is a lightweight, but yeah. And if you want to add some repository, you can just say that, okay, my demo, and you can simply create a repository. Okay, it is not default. Okay, let's see. Okay, maybe it is not yet initialized that database, so probably it will take time. But yeah, going forward, I will show you how it gonna create your repository, how you can create, how you can push, how you can pull, and everything will be there inside that in that particular repository, and it will show you everything, right? But mostly we will gonna use the GitHub for this. I'll just show you this Gitea because here I wanted to show you uh, how you can host your own it hosted Gitea internal server. All right. So that was the quick introduction to how you can install a Git, or maybe what is the other platform difference between Git, GitHub, and Bitbucket, GitLab. And if you wanted to do for your local installation for this, so you can follow this Gitea installation for your local hosted version. Okay, so that was quick introduction for this, and maybe I think that's it for the day. I will meet you in the next video. Probably I will show you like how exactly the Git works, right? Maybe we'll go deep dive. We'll see that under the hood how Git works, what is happening when you do all these basic operation. I will show you first what is Git add, Git commit, and everything, and then I will show you parallelly when you perform these operation, what exactly happening under the underneath. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the day, and I hope you like this. So please follow along with me. We'll have a very good stuff coming with these entire series. Okay, I think we are done. I will meet you in the next video. Thank you.